Well, I thought we'd have a quick look at the next courtesy car. This is a VW T-Roc, so it's a 2024 model, and I thought I'd just have a quick look at the inside. Got our lovely glossy plastic again. Oh, that stuff. It's not too bad, but yeah, there's a lot of it. A lot of plastic there for ultra shine. But this is the R-line model, so you might have a few extra bells and whistles. We're still scratchy plastic here, which is a shame. That must be just a new thing, I guess. But this is soft touch, and we've got a nice little stitching detail here. There's our instrument binnacle. Quite nice displays. Let's just turn it on. So what do we got there? Yeah, it's almost like it's slightly smaller dials, but better laid out for sure. So now we've at least got revs and speed on separate dials rather than having all mashed in the middle. And we've got the kind of bars again for petrol, or fuel I should say, because it could be a diesel, and temperature. So we have those there. And the steering wheel, very similar. Got all the same sort of buttons. We've got the cruise control system there and the lane keep assist. So you've got all that again, exactly the same as the T-Cross. Let's have a look at the views by hitting this button, see what we got. So there's our overview. And there's another random one there, look, if you want to see more about dates and durations. And is that back to that? Yeah, I think that's the lot for those, I think. And then you get all the standard things, statuses, etc. So yeah, you get a few bits and pieces there. And that's all very similar. Got flappy paddles on here, which is quite nice. Standard for wipers, all exactly the same. Lights, and yeah, still lights as you would normally expect for a VW. Yeah, scratchy, but feels a bit better quality. So this is our entertainment screen. What do we got here? We've got a clock which we can change. Oh, there we go, look. 4 options. Fair enough. And a very similar kind of menu, really. So all the standard kind of VW type menus. So they're all the same. Gesture again. Yeah, it does work. You get a little swipe sound. What's aircon? It's a new one. Oh yeah, you can do. Oh, of course, yeah. So this is the thing with this one now. So we've got rid of our dials, and this model's got these swipey things, which I'm not a massive fan on, because I can go to 19, but if I want to go further, I have to take my finger off and continue to drag up. Same as going back. So if you want to go for a quick hot boost, or you're too hot and you want to get right down to low, you might have a few finger swipes on that one. Heated seats, we've got all the standard type of stuff. Here's our direction areas for flow of fan. And yeah, things are kind of updating here as I change as well, so you can see the blue arrows just changing there, just to show you where it is. And it's the same with the fan speed as well. So again, you've got this slide, but you don't really know how much you're kind of adjusting until you've kind of pressed somewhere. You do see the line come up here, but it's quite difficult to, you know, switch it off and back on again. You have to do multiple swipes. So yeah, it's okay. Not a massive fan of these. I'd prefer to have the knobs. As I've said, much easier for when you're driving. The buttons aren't too bad. They don't. They're not like haptic feedback, so they are just literally press them and things come on and off. So there's no haptic feedback there, but it's okay. This one's a DSG model, so standard DSG. And there's our electronic parking brake. No handbrake turns on this one, and the auto hold feature, which is quite good, I suppose. That's quite nice, just to stop you having to remember to put the handbrake on. And yeah, there's our R-line badging on the steering wheel. Flat bottom, but look, brand new, very nice and matte. Looks immaculate, lovely. These are all fairly standard. Yep, they're exactly the same as the T-Roc. It's got a black headlining on this one, which makes it feel a little bit more smaller and closed in. I guess it could feel a bit more sporty and more cosy, but we've got a standard instrument binnacle bits up here, all the various lights and maps, map lights, etc. Got R-Line badge on there. This doesn't feel like leather. I think it's kind of a plasticky effect, but it's quite nice. Some kind of pattern on these seats, but they are quite comfortable. They have lumbar. Here's our lumbar. And we've got nothing electric, it's all just manual. Knob behind here, a wheel, and then your height adjustment, which is standard. These are all standard across the VAG range. Get nice metal pedals on the R-Line version. Glove box, quite large actually, and no other options for plugging in SD cards, etc. But it's, you know, enough there, because what have we got underneath the media? I think it's just going to be Bluetooth. We do have our central rest. Not much in here, some Isofix covers. But again, you can do the standard sort of things across the VAG range. You can steer it into a position you want. Cup holders, kind of random sizes on this one. Got like more of a square one, very small one in the middle, and then a deeper one at the back, and then possibly something for a key or maybe a phone, I guess you could put in there. Here's your other option for placing your phone, just down in that cubby hole. You've got a couple of USB-Cs there, and rubber matting. Another one of these huge cigarette lighter caps. And in the back, quite nice actually, very nice looking. So we've got a slightly different material on the, because this one here, as you look, you've got a very greasy palm there, but that's nice and, well, I say nice, it's shiny black, where at the back we've gone for more of a matte look, which I think is actually better. Prefer that in the front. But quite nice seating arrangement. There is plenty of legroom. This is a slightly larger car than the T-Roc, being the T-Roc. This is the next kind of model up. And then here we do have armrest with this kind of cup holder affair, where you can adjust these to whatever size cup, which is quite a nice feature, because then you can at least customize that to grip properly. Through loading, just in there. And yeah, door pockets, fairly standard. And back here, got USB-C again, got a couple of those, which is good, but no other bits and pieces here for climate, etc. So there's our seating at the back. Yeah, it looks quite smart, really. This is going to get scuffed really badly in the future, I'm sure, because if you drop any keys on there, if you just kind of, I don't know, anything you brush on there which is going to be sharp is going to make that scuffed. But that's the way this car is. It's got shiny plastic. We do have our assistance systems, adaptive cruise control. We've got a speed limiter on this one. This does detect road signs as you're driving, so it will see what speed you're supposed to be doing. It'll look at the signs. You can even see we're in a 20 limit here, so it has noticed that as we've come in, and it's reminding you of that. So just by pressing this distance button, you can adjust the distance for your active cruise control. So whether you want to be close or far away from the car in front, you can tailor that to how you want. And this is all very similar to the T-Roc, so no difference at all. Now this one's only done a few miles, so no services required for this one for a little while. And under this option there is this newer section that I've seen here, where you can go into digital cockpit. You can actually change what you're seeing here to reflect what you see here. So if I swipe have to probably choose one of the views to be able to get into change. There we go. So if I swipe these, you'll see that reflects on the right hand dial. So choosing road signs, or you can have different guidances, and there's all your alerts and stuff, driving time. So yeah, you can do that, and you can do that on both of them as well. So as I'm changing this one on the left, that's changing here as well. So quite cool. But yeah, I was hoping that would also give you a little dash here, but it doesn't. That's basically just reflecting on the dash here. I think we had classic to make it easy. There we go. So classic is gears and speed, and in the middle there's our gears and speed. Okay, quite nice. Now, where was that weird thing that I was looking for? It was to do with privacy. Okay, so if you pull down, this is also a bit of a privacy thing here. If you pull down here, you can actually look at see what's happening with the various privacy settings. You can do other bits and pieces here, but under here it's actually got an option where it's sharing your location with the mothership. So I presume VW gets access to this, and I guess whoever technically owns the car might be able to see what's happening. So you can share your position, use my position for that, or you can have no position data, or you can go into incognito mode and have no sharing of any privacy information at all. So that's interesting. Send data for function improvement, automated driving development. I see. So they are seeing what you're doing, aren't they? Very interesting. Could that change in the future, and they can control how fast you go and where you go? Anyway, so that's that, and then you can do other bits and pieces here. Got sound options and stuff. There we go, just like shortcuts really to get to these. It's quite a nice stereo. It's got the standard amount of speakers, and this is a very similar boot to the T-Cross. So this T-Roc has got a very similar system where when you're in low mode for the false floor, it has that kind of scoop ramp. But you can move it into the higher position, and it makes it a lot more shallow actually, but at least you've got a nice flat space there for your lovely shopping. Underneath, fairly typical, no spare wheel again, but you do get pump and all your bits and pieces, and something random in here. So that's probably a jack, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be a jack, etc. It's in there, rattling around, and then your lovely goo for your tyres. So yeah, that's really the T-Roc. So thanks for watching.